remember Jamie said to me one time, he's like, I know. I asked him for some advice. I can't remember what I asked him, but he said, I know. Do you know what the best thing to do is? Go where the love is. Where the love is. Where the love is.
Done, bro.
Well, Jesus.
Come on, brother.
Oh,
yeah, this is for you. Basically, Spec sent this to me. I got it in the post, but I think most of the stuff in it leads me to believe that it should be something more for your brother.
What is it?
This is a pack, yeah? Imagine this. Imagine
Doms.
this. Yeah, bro.
Why is
Like,
this for me, bro?
look at this, though. Not for you. You have children.
I know, but what is that? Because that's not Doms.
It's not. It is a weed-proof, like, smell bag. Like, you can't smell nothing on it. So, like, that is for people that are just chilling out in Amsterdam and just want to have it in their pocket. And so, that way, in a restaurant, not everyone smells it, but it's disguised in a condom.
What is that whole bucket full of? Them?
No, not just them. There's loads of stuff in there. I'll talk about it forever, but it's not for you.
It's for me, though.
Yeah.
It's for me,
There's
but it's not for me.
That is lit.
What is this? Why does it say danger?
So that's one for you, one for your brother. I would say one for Julie, but she left Apple.
Yeah. I hear that.
Yeah.
I hear that.
How are you? What's going on?
I'm very good, man. I'm good. How are you, man?
I've been alright.
I'm not going to switch this into an interview that way, don't worry.
No, there's no rules. You can do that if you want. Because I kind of like when you've done that in Gasworks. It kind of just put me on the spot. But nah, I'm alright.
I live life daily, man, so I don't know, man. I just observe. I'm watching everything. So I'm always cool. I don't think about how I am. I'm always just... I reached where I am mentally and everything. I think, yeah, I'm cool. I just watch everything. So I'm just watching, man. How are you?
I'm cool. Do you know what I really like about our relationship, yeah? Friendship.
Yeah.
It's very weird.
Relationship's a friendship, man. Friendship's a relationship, I mean.
100%.
You have to change it.
I only change it for comments just in case they think that you're my baby mum.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, basically, I will message you, and before I message you, I always give you a disclaimer. Because I feel bad. I always feel like I'm asking for something. But then I've realised, like, you don't seem to care about this disclaimer that I always give you, and I'll be like, Jay, I'm so sorry I haven't messaged you in time. I'm just wrapped up in what... I think you have an understanding of that.
Because I see people expect stuff of people all the time. And I always make sure that I make myself exempt all the time. I don't care if it's a happy birthday. I don't care if it's anything. Don't think I have to do anything. And also, when I do something for you, don't think that it's like, oh my God, thank you so much. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter, like, I just did it. You know what I'm saying? So I always try and both ways, whether it's something you might think I've done wrong, like, you didn't do this. I'm like, don't expect nothing. And also, if I do something good, don't be like, you didn't have to do that. Just don't worry, like, just living. I'm just me. Like, I'm just me, just living my life, observing. If I see something, I'll do it. If I don't, I don't. So yeah. So when someone else says, when you come to me and say, oh, Jamie, I know that, I'm like, bro, lie, man. Because I don't want you to feel like that either. You know what I
don't want to feel like I can't help it because I think it's reflective of where we live. So where I'm so used to not wanting to be, now I just don't want any problems whatsoever. I try to make that very, very, very clear. Yeah. But you clearly see that's not an issue. Have you always been like that? Or is it just like something that's happened recently?
I think in life in general, there's a time when you're living when you're not thinking. And you're just growing and living and growing and living and growing. When you get to the point where you're thinking all the time and you're conscious of a lot of things that are happening, that's the only time I can remember up till. You know what I'm saying? I can't remember beyond the time when I'm actually focused. When I'm growing, I'm not realising what's going on in life. I don't know everything about everything. I'm trying to, not everything about everything, but I don't know a lot about anything. I'm just trying to find my feet, find out where I stand in society, what I want to do. You know what I mean? When you're in that stage of life, I don't think there's any time to think, oh, who am I? What am I about? Like, how, you know what I mean? Like, you don't know. Like, you're literally not even caring about that. You're just growing in wherever you're put. So yeah, only when you get to a point where time seems to start slowing down and you start to feel like, rah, you can think, you get me? You get time to think, so you can start thinking then. So yeah, as far as I can remember, I do not know when I became like that, but I just know whenever it was. From that point onwards, I thought, yeah, man, like I see too much people, like girls falling out. I see girls having big arguments. I look at them and it's like, yeah, but she did. I'm thinking, rah, you lot, man, like life's, you know what I'm saying? Or as family as well, I see family arguments. I'm like, rah, like, no, man. So I think, yeah, like, and my brothers as well. Like, I'll speak to Dan, someone I've known for a million years, and he will say to me, yeah, Jay, man, sorry, man. I'll be like, bruv, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, 100%.
We already know each other. You know what I'm saying? There's no, you know what I'm saying? You might have to say sorry to someone. We might say sorry to someone at work. You know what I'm saying? If you go to work and you're late, you might say, oh, I'm so sorry, man, like, because you like colleagues, whatever. But when it's just friends and family that you actually know, I think you shouldn't have to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It feels weird anyway to me when people say like, "Oh, sorry, man." I think, nice. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know when it happened, but yeah, friends and family. I'll say friends and family never have to say you're sorry for something that is just so minor. You know what I'm saying?
Doesn't really mean anything.
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything. Like, we know what the love is.
You said that you slowed down your thought process, or you said when you slow down your thought process, you have more ability and time to think, and then when you're just in the midst of it, you're just doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question? So when you say, all right, Jamie's done so much he's done for a little while, I'm going to come off Twitter for a bit,
Yeah.
I'm having a child, just got married,
Yeah.
is that when it's time to think?
No.
So what decision was that in the process of JME? Was that just...
Of what?
Was it just me doing what I want? Because I'm thinking to myself, for me to come off Twitter, I'm comparing it to myself, sorry. If I come off Twitter, that was a thought process. I've had to think about something.
Yeah.
I'm not just going to wake up one day and go, do you know what? I don't want to be on Twitter. I'm reacting to something.
Yeah.
Was you reacting to something, or was it a thought process? Was it like, because I want to take a look at the pattern of behaviours from then on, I'm seeing more grown stuff, but you've always been like that anyway. You're always progressive and so on and so forth. But I never saw coming off Twitter happening.
Yeah.
I never saw the marriage happening and the child. That wasn't part of the JME plan in my mind.
Yeah.
But it happens, and JME's still JME.
Yeah.
This is confusing to me.
Okay, boom. I'm Jamie. I'm me, innit?
Yeah, I hear
and
that.
stuff comes at you in life. You know what I'm saying? I always try and compare everything back to school. Even when I see people now, and someone says, oh yeah, he's this age, I think, oh, that means he was 2 years below me. No, man. You know what I mean?
I love that.
I always do that. At school in my head, the hierarchy of school and the way I thought when I was at school stays in my head forever. Like, it's never gonna go. And I always think of the first days you were at school, or the first day of school, or the day when you realised you're not going back, like when you went to collect your results. So you've had your little summer holiday, little half break, and you go back to collect your results, and you see everyone from school again. You think, wow, this is the last time I'm gonna see each other. You know what I mean? Things that happen in your mind at school that made you realise, rah, life ain't how I thought it was gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Because going through school for like how many years, that's your day. It's forever. You don't ever think this is gonna stop, and then one day it stops, and you think, rah. You know what I'm saying? So that happens to me in life still to today. What'd you say? Marriage, kid, and coming off Twitter, all unrelated. Yeah, none of them have anything to do with each other. In my life when it was happening, but they all happened in exactly the same way, which is crazy because getting with a partner for life was never my plan. Like, I don't know how many times I've said this, but my mum would always remind anyone that she speaks to. That Jamie said he's gonna have one bowl, one spoon, one knife. He's gonna wash them, and that's it. Live so, because obviously growing up, no dishwasher, washing dishes, African household, scrubbing off the flipping ogbono and okra and everything off the plates that dried on. It's nuts when ground rice is dried onto a plate, bro.
Oh, I remember the Weetabix.
Bruv, Weetabix as well.
Oh,
getting that off the plate without soaking it's long.
It's a weapon.
Mad. In my head, I thought, like, I hated having to do the dishes. You know what I'm saying? But you can't say no to your parents. Any Nigerian knows this. You can't say no. If you wash dishes, wash dishes. You know what I'm saying? So I always said, I'm going to have one thing. I'm not going to have da-da-da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? Then, boom, fell in love, bruv. Like, literally. Didn't even know I fell in love. Literally just was with someone who was my friend. Opposite sex friend. Attracted. Cool. And then I had one thought. And I thought, if she speaks to me the next time she speaks to me and says, oh, listen, we can't carry on because rekindle my relationship with this person, or you're gonna care. Like, you are gonna care. So it's a selfish move. You're gonna care though. You know it. Like, you can't lie. There's no one, I'm not speaking, it's not like I'm speaking to my brother like, yeah, you're gonna care, you know? No, it's just me. And I thought, rah. So then, if it's true, you should secure this friendship, relationship. You should secure it. You should make a move, because if she don't and you don't, then you're gonna regret. That's gonna be a regret. So that's what I did. I said, yeah, we should be together. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Twitter. Literally, I was tweeting at the time. I was tweeting in this whole streaming world, in this whole download, this whole video world. We need more human interaction, man. We need more events together. We need to have a roller disco. We need to have a link up in the park and play pass auxiliary around and da-da-da. We need to have, this is before social distancing or whatever, obviously, but we need to have more things where we're actually with each other, vibing and bouncing off each other's ideas in person, not just watch this link, listen to this song, my mixtape's out, retweet it please. We need more of this. So next year, I said randomly, next year, can't we just all set like 8 dates throughout the year where we have a website or something, so we don't have to go on social media. We just have a website where there's these 8 or 9 dates where we all know where we're gonna be, and we link up at those times, food, rave, you know what I mean, different things, games nights and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, bowling, high out bowling, whatever, cinema, whatever. Let's link up and meet in real life instead of online. And everyone's like, yeah, oh my God, it's gonna be sick, yeah, boom, 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 yeah. Like, James, do it, please, set it up, da-da-da-da. And then, like, I kind of like slipped my mind, didn't it? And towards the end of the year, I remember I was at Sideman's house, New Year's, fireworks, everything. Yeah. So I brought the fireworks, I'm setting up the fireworks, letting them off, and I'm thinking, run, it's nearly midnight in a minute, like. I'm thinking, remember you said you're gonna come offline for the year. Should you do it? And that was the thought I had. Just that one thought came to my head at that time. Like, leading up to the time, it was not like, oh yeah, new year, I'm gonna do this. It was just at that time, as I was stringing the fuse together, trying to because I tried to light the fuses as one fuse. So I bought fuse, trying to tie the fuses together so I can light it. It just entered my head, like, you're tweeting now, Jamie, but New Year's, remember you said you weren't gonna tweet, and I thought, should you do it? And that's all. That one thought didn't leave my head. It happened just then, and I thought, if you just don't tweet today. You can tweet tomorrow though, but let's see how you go through. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what happened. And then, yeah, I just didn't tweet. Like, it wasn't a thing where I was like, yeah, man. I just thought, nah, man, let me just come offline let me just come off. And because I previously said a year, I thought, yeah, just come offline for the year, man. And it was really, really good, bruv. That was really, really, really good. So, yeah, literally that. And with the baby, same thing, bruv. Literally, wife, driving out, left the house. Just one sentence. Do you reckon it's time we should have a kid? I was thinking, bro, like, I was shook. I was like, what?
So you actually had a conversation with your
100%.
parent?
Yeah, 100%.
You are the first brother, the first black person that told me they plan to have a child. I have never met a black person in my whole life who said to me, I plan to have a child.
I have.
My
What
parents.
are you talking about?
Oh, my
I've got
parents.
brothers having kids now, they plan them, definitely.
My parents, 100% good party, good alcohol,
Yeah.
decent music.
Yeah, I hear that.
I think we like each other. Me,
But
a good holiday.
sort, man.
Really good holiday.
Good vibes, good party, good everything, good vibes.
But there was never the intention
creating
of
a
having
child. That's good though. Obviously, like, we just got to the point where it was like, yeah, boom, house marriage. Our parents are not getting any younger. They want grandchildren. Da 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 da. And this was her talking to me. I was like, rah, this is mad. In my head, obviously, because you haven't got a child. You're just living your life with no child, gaming till 4 a.m. You know what I'm saying? Periscoping on the piano, just doing what you want whenever you want. I thought, a child, like, in my head, I wanted to pause time, and I wanted to pause time and stay at this time for another 10 years. Like, let me just be the same guy for 10 years. Hopefully, like, everyone stays the same for 10 years, then have a kid. But I thought, nah, 10 years is a long time. And in 10 years' time, it's not going to be the same. So then, yeah, I was like, yeah. I said yeah without really thinking about it, because I didn't want to look like I didn't want to look like I didn't want a child, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, yeah, I love you, Sarah. I was like, yeah, come on, yeah, man, cool. And I remember turning out the area thinking, that's a bit mad, like, are you? Like, this is mad. And I thought, okay, cool, this is nuts. Then as time went on, I thought, yeah, no, this is, obviously, we should have a child. And then as soon as the child lands. As soon as you see the live scan, like the baby moving and they're moving it on the belly, and you see it moving on the screen. As soon as it's real to you, because a bump on the belly is a bump on the belly. When you see a little human moving around, they try and find the head and stuff, and you see them, you're like it becomes like nothing. Like, there's no words, no point me talking after that point. You get me? So yeah, man. I don't know. Like, all these things, I don't plan them like yes, I'm gonna do this. But it literally is a thought that comes into my head or gets proposed to me. And I think about it, and once I think about it, it's done.
So then how about the perspective of JME says we should unite, and I totally agree with that, and then COVID-19 goes, fuck what Jay-Z thinks, boy. Jay-Z, fuck what JME thinks. Here's some bats and stuff, we're gonna make coronavirus, and all of a sudden, now human interaction is 2 meters. Like, even me and you are a little bit of distance apart, just because of legalities. So I begin to wonder, where's your mind at when that comes into play, and how much more difficult is it now to get human interaction when legally you're told, stay 2 meters apart?
Do you know what? Firstly, I just remembered that I washed, blowdried and plaited my own hair. My do-rag must be looking mad. I don't even know what I look like right now.
It looks kind of pregnant, but that's lit.
I've got
with twin adults.
Do plaits. But
Yeah,
what was I going to say? To answer your question just now, being distant has brought people closer to me. And it's so weird. Because, like, I've lived where I've lived for 5 years. I moved in there 5 years ago. And I speak to my neighbour on this side, neighbours across the street from me, cool. But anyone else in my area, I see them, hi, and, like, you know what I mean? I don't know where they live, don't know their number. Like, I know he's number this, he's number that. I don't know them, but hi, I see them a bit, hi, whatever. And also, I'm the young youth on the block, loud music, next car's pulling up outside, leaving late with big exhaust and stuff. I might be the nuisance, they might not like me, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Since COVID-19, bro, and social distancing, I'll be outside with my little daughter pushing on a bike or whatever, and I see them turn the corner, and they have to cross the road, obviously, because we're on the side of the pavement, so they don't want to walk straight past. Cross the road, but as they cross the road or they walk in the middle of the road, they're like, hi, I'm like, hi, they're like, oh, how you been, man? I'm like, oh, it's cool, man. Oh, what you can take her to the nursery. What nursery have you... And I'm thinking, rah, like, I've seen you 50 times. I've never spoken to you. But now, because we're so distant, and we have to be distant, it's like a conscious effort you make. The amount of times I've gone to Tesco and everywhere before COVID-19, just in and out. The only person I speak to is security guard because he's following me. Boom. Other than that, in and out, yeah. But now, it's different for me. Like in the queue, maybe it's 'cause I've got a daughter. In the queue, people want to say, oh, I don't know, it's weird. And even family members as well. Like my family members, obviously prior to COVID-19, it was like, yeah, I'll see you Wednesday, I'll see you next week, whatever. Now, every single week we're shopping to my mum and dad, every week, doorstep, talking to them on the doorstep. I was thinking, rah, I can't remember a time I saw my mum and dad every single week. So yeah, I think social distancing, it's better that a virus came and made us have to be distant to realise that we're distant. Oh, I thought that was a hair, it's my reflection on my phone. I keep thinking there's a hair dangling off here. It's a reflection of my arm on my phone. But yeah, boom. So the distancing made us know, look, we have to be distant. And it's making everyone question it, like you now saying, social distance, like we're distant, like we're not interacting as much, which is good, which is what I wanted to do when Sin coming offline. I wanted everyone to question it, like, why don't we get together more? You know what I'm saying? Rather than, I don't know what could have happened that would have to make us have to be close together. Imagine it was something that randomly happened that made us have to be closer together, like humans had to be closer to the meet together, otherwise you get ill or something. That would have been worse, because people would want to be apart. They would be like, I have to stand next to this person. I'd rather just be apart. I hate going out Tesco because you got to have linked trolleys and be with these people. Like, you know what I mean? It'll make people want to be apart. So I'm happier that they made us have to be apart, or the virus made us have to be apart and made us question being apart. Question having a mask on all the time. People are like, I just want to breathe freely. I don't have to have a mask. And I want to communicate more. Like when I see people with a mask now, it's harder. You know what I mean? So we're questioning it more. I'm like, yeah, even though it's a bad thing, the thought it's giving us, the thought process is making us go through a positive one and wanting us to be more positive. Like we was talking about a minute ago before we filmed, everyone wanted to have block parties now, everyone wanted to do these things. They want to come together now, you know what I'm saying? They want to come, everybody wants to get together. Everybody wants to do what I wanted to do.
You said something a long period of time, you want people to do it. The wider demographic hasn't done it for whatever reason. Now people are doing it. We have to take a look at two distinctive changes. Time. I love time. I love time and tone. Tone allows me to know why you're saying it to me the way you're saying it, and time allows me to come to a conclusion because I got enough time to figure it out.
Where'd you get this stuff from, bro?
My dad said it to me all the
Okay,
time.
cool.
So let's take a look at time.
Yeah.
People have found out in time what you said was the right thing to do, and the tone in which you used to do it was, you don't have to do that. It was more like, hey, guys, here's a great suggestion. And no one listened. So the tone was incredible. And the time it's taken people to realize this is a little bit of time.
Yeah.
Do people realize it now because they have more time on their hands? And if we're a reactive nation, does that mean when we go back to the way things were previously, do we react to the next thing? Or has this time allowed us to think beyond what is presented in front of us?
Everyone keeps asking me that question about in time, how are we going to be acting past this? And I think the time that you might have missed out in that is the time they've had to spend isolating.
That's what I'm thinking.
Distance. You know what I'm
Because
saying?
we have to think. I think because now we have time to think. We're not going to work. So you know, back in the day, like, I only look at my mum.
Yeah.
She's up at 7 a.m. or 7:30 a.m.
Yeah.
She has to get everything ready for the house and dinner, all of that. She gets to work for 9:30. She finishes work by about 4:30, 5 o'clock. She gets home for about 5:30, 6 o'clock. She's in bed by 8, 9 o'clock.
Yeah,
she has about primarily an hour to herself, and within that hour, she's interacting with her daughter and her son. So essentially, my mum, on a daily basis, barring the weekend, literally doesn't think about
24
what
hours
she wants.
sleep and a couple hours to herself.
She doesn't have nothing. The most she'll get is 20 minutes, a crossword, and maybe some rubbish television.
Yeah.
That is my mum's time to herself.
Yeah.
Now, she can't go to work in the school because there's no schools open. So that time she usually had now is spent sitting down, bothering me, coming to my house, telling me what I should clean and stuff. Go on, woman.
Yeah.
And it's just like her doing loads of other things that she now has the freedom of thought to do.
Yeah.
But when that freedom is taken away from you, I just want to know, does Jamie think that time you spent figuring out what the hell you want to do, will that be of any use to people in a year's time if they just go back to old habits?
Yes, some people, not all.
Oh,
I think some people, not all. Some people are going to go back to normal and wish they had the time again. Like I think Arhan said, people are going to miss the time they were self-isolating and stuff, social distancing. They're gonna, like, we hated it when it happened, but they're gonna go back to work and be like, oh man, like, remember that? They had that time. But then some people also are going to, these are the wisest people, people are creating businesses and creating things around this. They're creating things around this. And I think that as this time passes, those ideas, those structures, those businesses will flourish, because people will be like, oh yeah man, like, we can go and do that. We can go, like, I can't think of one off the top of my head, but different things people have created. Oh, I can. the entertainment industry is taking a massive hit from people that set up stages,
Yes.
set up lighting, set up pyro, set up smoke, set up screens, like whatever, security, all the festival stuff, everyone like that, yeah. And they've created they've inflated the industry that wasn't there before or that wasn't so big before, which was a virtual environment, you know what I'm saying? So I'm hearing so many, and then also now you've got the drive-ins with the cars, but the virtual environment of people being at home and choosing a viewpoint of the rave they want to be in, or choosing whatever, you know what I mean, chatting, like we do it, I've streamed all the time, I stream all the time from years, but from Ustream, Justin TV, Twitch, whatever, I've streamed. But now it's like new companies are coming out like, yeah, we got this thing, we got that, and I think those companies are going to flourish as time goes on because they're creating something new from the mindset of being of the time, mindset of having so much time to think, rah, this is nuts, like this thing gonna shut us down. Let me create this.
What's Jamie gonna do?
Me, I haven't changed, man. I like literally, the only thing that's changed for me is being able to take my daughter to Trampoline Park or swimming or soft play and stuff like that.
What's that like? You know, Dad.
That's sick. What do you mean? That's what I want to do. I can't wait till she can ride or skate. I can go skateboard.
Well, I don't know, Jamie. I went to Sweden and couldn't see mine, so I'm trying to get some information
I hear that. But yeah, like literally, if I go Trampoline Park, I haven't been Trampoline Park once with her that I haven't done my own backflips, and you know what I mean? I can't go there and just go and jump, but I'm there. I'm jumping, and then kids come in. If I've got something bait on, like a bait garment or something, I have to like just go to the little soft play section or whatever. Because if like one time a school came in, the bare kids was at the top.
Oh.
They come in, but they've got to go sit on the like top bit and eat their food and whatever before they come down. So as soon as I saw them, I thought, right, we've been there for like half an hour. When they're not come down, we're ducking. Cause I can see them on the balcony like pointing down like that. Like, some people were shouting and stuff. I thought, like it's a myth.
No, but I'm trying to figure out, what does the beautiful daughter of JME think of as a young child? JME, my dad is famous. That's the word she's
nothing.
How did you not see anything different to?
I'm not famous.
To her.
I'm not famous to no one, bro. Famous question mark, first album. But I'm not famous, bro. I might be just well known, popular in a certain
Let's
demographic.
use that then. Because the problem is you're going to trampolining and there's people pointing at you.
Cool. But
and the only time it happened to me is when my dad stole something and we got arrested together. So that's the reason why I was getting pointed. Yours is for your achievements outside of this trampoline place. I want to know what that's like for this young daughter.
Cool. She's too young to know what's going on now. But by the time she gets to any age, she's gonna know me. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm a famous rally driver. So she doesn't know that I'm a rally driver because when I'm with her, I'm just dad. But then these lot know me as the rally driver. You know what I mean? She's like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, anything anyone's gonna see me and stop me for, she's already experienced it. She's seen me in the house spitting bars. She's seen videos of me. Like she knows me like they know me. You know what I'm saying? It's different. Like saying you said your dad was stealing. It
wasn't. It was my auntie.
Okay, boom. But whoever it was, you don't know them as a thief. You know them as the person you love. Normal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a surprise. Like, oh, like, raw. Like, why are you stolen? Oh, this is mad.
Blamed it on me as well. So yeah, 100.
Boom. So there you go. Hey, it's light, man. But yeah, you get me. But anything that anyone's gonna recognize me for, she's gonna know me for it anyway. So she already knows me. She already knows how loud I am, how musical I am, how artistic I want to be. Like, whether it's the counting blocks, whether it's the paper folding, the airplanes, bangers, water bombs, whether it's the crayons and then the felt tips and then trying to make it whatever painting. We do everything. We just do everything. Like, it's mad art, mad creative, and she knows that's me. I am just myself in life, and I'm lucky that people like it. People are drawn to it. People are warm to it. So I'm myself at home as well. So she already knows me. So yeah.
So this is Jamie the man. Jamie the husband, Jamie the father.
Yeah.
I want to hear more about Jamie the friend, because I know what I have to do as a friend.
Yeah.
And my responsibility as a friend is so much different to my other friends' responsibility. It's so jarring. Me and Tigo will be sitting down and like, T, we've got to make this person do this. And I essentially don't. Yeah. Tigo essentially don't. But the responsibility we put on ourselves as friends sometimes is that we have to try and help all of our friends see their talent and help them grow that in order so they can be successes in their respective fields. Yeah. When I see you, I just kind of see the same thing. I see Jamie, I see Boy Better Know, and I see a man that was dedicated to doing what he was doing. And in doing what he's doing, it just means that you're going to be the reference point for a lot of people if they get lost in life, because they've seen you consistently be yourself and progress. And occasionally, whenever we're lost in life, we just go to someone that looks like they got it all sussed out. And in my environment, that's you. Yeah. What type of responsibility does that lead you to have in Boy Better Know?
This is something that I don't think about, But as you're saying it now, there's a million things I could say right now. Let me think of one. First of all...
What's the biggest time when you're like, fuck, if I don't do this, no one's doing it?
First of all, I'd like to say this.
God.
I always will stick to my guns and say, I am Jamie Adenuga. I am just doing what I like to do. You know what I'm saying? I just do what I like to do. People are drawn to it. I'm not taking responsibility for them. Never. There's nothing you can do. Send me to jail for not taking responsibility. Just send me to jail and I'll go to jail, do my time, because I'm just writing bars down and spitting them on beats and making beats and vibes in. That's all I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? If somebody says, oh, Jamie, because you said been to court more times than tennis, because I wet up more guys than Venice. Kids are saying wet up guys like Venice now, and there's kids out there wetting up guys because I'm just vibes. I was a kid, I'm just vibes in. That's my bar. Because the thing is, if everybody follows everything I say, then cool, maybe. Because then I would say, everybody, go and buy AJ's tune, go and buy Unknown T's new tune, go and buy Digga D's new tune. If I tweeted that right now, I've got like 900,000 followers. That means they should all get 900,000 sales straight away, but they won't. So everyone doesn't do what I say.
No.
I don't take responsibility for them. So coming back to what you're saying with friends is, I don't consciously think about this stuff. So sometimes it's a hindrance to my friendships. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many friendships are broken down because I just didn't openly say a word. I didn't openly say, oh, you man, I'm doing this thing, you know, make sure you come. I didn't say it, I just done something. And then suddenly I felt away. Like, things happen like that in crews all the time. Meridian crew, Roll Deep crew. You know what I'm saying? All these crews together. And sometimes things just break down and you think, what's the matter? And there's no real, like, he said this. It's just like, nah, man, he's moving funny. It's just because we don't actually speak more in crews. And boy better know as well. 100%. That's one of the biggest ones right now as well. Like, we don't speak. You know what I'm saying? Not saying we have to, but hey man, we don't have to speak, by the way. But you know what I'm saying? We don't actually speak until something happens, and then someone's in the group chat like, oh yo, boom boom, and someone's like, no man, and everyone else, I'm like, bro, I might text Shorty, like, Shorty, you in the group, and like we're like, bro, what's happening? We don't know what's going on because it's just popping off because there was no speaking. It was just bare things like, I don't really. Then something kicks off. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I am a friend that people might go to for things, but that, like I said, I don't class myself as that. I don't see myself as Jamie Adenuga. So if Blake comes up to me one day and says, Jamie, man, like, yeah, with your daughter, like, how did you and I'd give him a bit of advice here. I just see it as talking to my brethren. I see it the same as talking to my neighbour about how to cut the grass at a certain height in the summer or whatever. It's just talking, you know what I'm saying? Whereas I should think about it more. I should be conscious of how people view me when they're speaking to me, so I can give them, address them as such. I could flip in, you know what I mean, respond to them in a way where I think, right, this is coming from me to them, this is how they see me. But then you'll see yourself on a pedestal. You'll see yourself.
You wouldn't.
That's a bit ego-ish.
No,
not
at all. This is why I disagree. Look, I can only look at things for what they are in life. There's no point in me trying to create this facade in my mind. Fuck that. If someone sees me as a particular thing, I have to be very conscious of the information I'm giving them. Because if I'm not conscious, they might believe everything I say word for word to the point where I tell them something that's true and then they go out and do it now. And they might not have been ready for that truth. Maybe that's the truth I give them in 2 years. So I have to be very aware of how people see me.
Yeah, but I do that anyway. But that's not because of how people see me. I do that because of how I see them.
But you have to do 50-50 because as much as you're thinking about them, that's still a thought process that belongs to your 24 hours. If you really want to figure out what the fuck's happening in life, I've got to think about you as well. How do you see me? It'd be very interesting to know because then I will know how I can operate. A prime example is yesterday. I went to the Ferry Lane block party. Now, in the world of Poet or Kyle, Jamie, I can't tell you what. The best thing for me to do is sit down, play FIFA. I'm Brentford. Things are looking fantastic right now. I think we're going Champions League. That's exciting to me. But that's so exciting to me. And I understand to everybody else as bollocks. So I can't come Ferry Lane block party with everyone that ain't seen me in time and talk about the most exciting thing to me because unfortunately, that's just not the reason they're invested in being my friend at this present moment in time. I've got to get up, dance, what's going on, man? You don't know. I don't even really feel like doing it. But because I know my friends, I know what they see of me. I know what they need right now. That's what I would do. And that's something I was never conscious of before. I would have come there and told, man, I don't care. I'm sitting here by myself. Allow me in it. Don't talk to me. I was that type of person. And I didn't really ever look at it from the other side. And that's just one example of it. There's various examples you could use. But because of that, it's made me go, do you know what? I think it will even make my ability to be a person even better. So I'm not going to disregard it. Do you know, how do you see? And if I don't care how you see me, then it doesn't matter. I don't have to worry about everyone. But if I do care how you look at me, I'm just going to take a little bit more time to figure out, do you know where I'm coming from? Because it means that my job in FilthyFellas or when it comes to Paul and Vuj or Chucky or Alhan or everyone, it's much more effective.
I guess that's what I said at the beginning anyway. It's true. It is true. I said that you get time to think like before.
Yeah, like you did say.
Before you never really had time to think, you're just living. There's a time when you get to start thinking about things. So yeah, you're at the time when you start to think about, I'm Poet, you know, like people, how do people see me? Yeah, I hear that. I do hear that.
I think about it all the time.
You know what? I do think about it, but I think about people I don't know. So like if I walk into Nando's, People know I'm vegan. They're gonna think, what are you doing in Nando's? That's the first thing I think straight away. Like,
Makes sense, though.
I know, of course it does make sense. But I could be ordering for someone else. Or I could be ordering vegan options on the menu. But I do just think, like, that's the first thing I think. Like, this guy behind the till trying to snap me. What's he think about me? You know what I mean? Like, I start thinking what people think about me when I don't know them. But people I do know, friends and family, you're right. I don't think about it. And maybe I should. I don't think about it. And yeah, like I said, maybe we all should, and we should give better advice, and we should speak more to each other. We should speak more.
My cousin had to
100%.
hit me up the other day. My cousin DM'd me, fam. I didn't even realise it was him. And he DM'd me 2 years ago, and I read it like a week ago. And the message I read, I was like, my lord, if I just was a bit more aware of how my cousin saw me, cause I would have responded to this a lot earlier. So that's just a revamp for me. But moving on
That's
from
true.
that.
No, not stick on that point, but cement that point down in a sentence so people can take that away with them. That's I've learned that today. I would like people to learn that.
Yeah, it's just
but you should think of how people see you, and you should give information.
The people that you care about the most, always be conscious of how they may see you as well. Because one, sometimes the way you see yourself is not the way it actually is in reality. Yeah. So get out of that daydream. Yeah. Sometimes my brother will say to me, Paul, what is going on? Wake up. And I'm like, sugar, you're right, I gotta wake up. Yeah. That's why it's important to see it from someone else's perspective. At the same point, when you're giving information, you kind of fully know who you're giving it to as well. And I think that's just a skill in life we should have. Jay, I'm still interested though. I'm still very interested now.
In what?
To figure out what the fuck's happening with Boy Better Know. Because it's funny that we speak about things and communication and your friends, and then you say, oh, Boy Better Know, we have, when there's an announcement in the WhatsApp group, man's moving like...
iMessage.
Now to iMessage.
Big on WhatsApp though, but iMessage.
iMessage, fair enough. But I can tell you as a consumer of Boy Better Know, and I've been a consumer for a long period of time, that's like, rah, so what does that mean? I'm not going to pretend that if I watch this interview, I wouldn't go, what the hell does that mean then moving forward? Of course I want to know what that means moving forward.
What do you mean? I'll tell you exactly what everything means moving forward.
Remember, I'm invested time in this, mate, and a bit of money.
Listen, bruv. Nothing's going on.
My first Boy Better Know t-shirt got stolen off me, mate. At fucking bloody, the park. Was it Bruce Castle Park?
Yeah.
It got stolen off me. I was really upset, and I was very.
What do you mean? Was it the Tunnel Carnival?
Yeah, but back in the day, you know, the time when you man was spitting in front of 50 people, and I was like, this is lit.
I got a picture of that, Dave. Prez T was. I think it might be the same one. I don't have the same one.
Yeah, there's a lot of people there, and my t-shirt got stolen. But anyway, that's another story.
Boom. What's the question? I can answer it. Anything.
I remember at that point, and it's funny that you say school.
Yeah.
I don't, in my mind, this is the reasons why I think I'm able to continue being like a child. Because all the things that I loved when I was a child that I thought were lit are still about and still doing their thing. Yeah. Boy Better Know, Jamie, Skep, Wiley, all of that's one of them. That's what I loved growing up. So that's the reasons why I'm still on it now. Yeah. So when you give me this information I've never had before. What information?
Tell me what.
You just said to me when there's an announcement in the WhatsApp group.
Not an announcement, but if there's like something might not be said for time, and then all of a sudden something gets said, and then man in the group like, yo, how come mama saying that? Like, what are you talking about? And
but then why do I think this? Because I'm thinking the last time I heard a Boy Better Know tune was Run Like an Athlete.
No, we got. Listen,
what's going on?
What's going on? Nothing. Boy Better Know, innit? Like, it was a mixtape, bruv, man. At that time, kicked off in Meridian. I got evicted, moved out, had nothing. I was all the 96 of my life. I explained the whole story.
We listened to it literally just a minute ago.
Everything, paid all my money on mum's rent. Where we were staying, temporary accommodation. So we was homeless. I didn't know. We was actually homeless. I did covers for Tingy Strider, Boy Better Know on the cover, everything out there. I did artwork for Wiley, all these tunnel visions. I was doing artwork for people, Boy Better Know on it. Just the logo. Boom, boom, boom. Then it turned to a crew. Then it turned to a record label, whatever. So it's not really something that is so solid that it's like, yeah, we have office and we have meetings and we have boom, boom, boom. We're just brethrens. Because we're just all brethrens that just rep. Like things can go wrong because we don't talk.
Yeah, I fully hear you now.
Like we don't have a forum where we talk. We don't have an office. We don't have.
It's not a job. It's just life.
I don't know what Jammer's doing until it releases. Like, I just done this freestyle, but like everyone else, I was sweet. I don't know what Skepta's doing. Like someone.
Yeah, but Jammer's not a good example. Jammer doesn't know what Jammer's
doing. Okay, boom. That's why. Listen, like, big up Jammer. That's why I said Skepta, Frisco as well. They've got best. Frisco had the whole den, everything. You know what I'm saying? Like raise up. I don't even know what's going on. I turn up there. I'm like raw. Like. I saw a video of Man Don't Care, me and Gigs performing Man Don't Care at the Den, yeah? And I can remember being there. I watched the video, someone tweeted to me and said, oh, it's just been like 5 years ago, whatever. I was like, I remember going there and thinking, raw, Frisco, like, what's going on? Like, how come you ain't told man about this? This is mad, like, it was crazy, you know what I'm saying? Like, everyone's doing bare stuff.
Communicate. I'm just putting my hand up. Today we spoke about not being aware of how our friends look and all of that. I think if Boy Better Know communicate a little bit more, it might... And I understand as friends...
Listen, that's only because everybody wants what they want. For
Yeah, I
us,
hear you.
for us ourselves.
Wes, I'm selfish.
I know, but for us ourselves as man, then we don't have to communicate that much more. We do need to communicate. We do have to communicate a bit more, but not that much more. But for everybody to get what they want, like everyone want, you know what everyone wants. We've got to communicate much more and go to flipping studio sessions together and blah 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 blah.
But maybe
we ain't got to do that. But
who
Go on.
knows? Until you communicate that maybe
Yeah.
extra 15%,
Yeah.
that's new information. You don't know what that's gonna do to you.
But we're old school man then, bro. We're artists. We just make music. We just like making music, bro. We all, before, literally everybody in Boy Better Know was separate. Everybody. Wiley was over there doing his thing. Frisco was over there doing his thing. The other side of Tottenham to us in Meridian. And Skepta was a DJ doing his thing. Shorty was over there, the heart of Tottenham doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? And this was school year, so he was like 2 years below me. So me and him we parred, but we didn't par like that until we became brethren in school. You know what I'm saying? And I'm over here doing my thing with just Bossman and Dan, no one else. You know what I'm saying? And no, even before Bossman and Dan, it was the heads, me, Sai, and Dan, as a street crew. Like, man would call me, I think Dan used to call me Dairyly Head. He used to name my head the triangle, yeah? Oh, yeah. You get me?
Dairyly Head.
We used to call the head. And Dan was obviously, Dan's big in it, but when he was younger, he had a bigger head and a smaller body, so that's why we called the heads, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So we were all separate doing our thing. We're all separate. Our bars are all separate, everything's separate. So now as a collective, we are still separate, if you know what I'm saying.
100%.
So we do come together. When we made Athlete, we made, don't bait up the name song, but we made
Loads of stuff. I know.
we made like about 8 songs, you know what I'm saying?
Amazing.
Athlete was just the one that we just
That
put out. We just put out, you know what I'm saying? But we got bare tunes. We don't have to come together and make announcements and do these things that everyone wants us to do, like some global corporation or something. We're just man. We're just people, you know what I'm saying? Individuals. If anything needs to get said, it'll get said to each other. But yeah, we're 100% blessed, 100% cool. Wiley had his thing when he was, I don't know what was going on at the time. We got Wiley as well. Whenever everyone was doing that clashing, that crazy clashing stuff, like, just like random clashing, like random, listen, out of nowhere, like, yeah, you're a pagan, like, I don't like you, like, 5 years ago, get me, I saw how you, come, I think it was some mad random clashing happening. He just went on the mad one, like, started saying all this stuff, whatever, but he's back, he's normal, Wiley's Wiley, innit? And it's all love. And yeah, other than that, I don't know, man. Boy Better Knows, there's nothing to say. We need to do another Boy Better Know takeover. We need to release not even more music. We need to release the music we've got. We need to shoot videos and release the music we've got, the bangers we've got. We need to, I don't know. I think it's more of a culture thing rather than a digital online thing. Like, that's why I think a Boy Better Know takeover will be better, because that's actually people. You know what I'm saying? I did it myself. I did it at Grand MC. I did the cinema tour. I did the HMV tour.
That was amazing, bro.
I did the Box Park tour, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I got to meet people like that. That's what we need to do. I don't think we need to do like August the 25th, Boy Better Know album. Everyone, make sure you stream it. That's not what we do. We don't do that. We are the heart and soul of our music is a set. So we need to do sets. A set, being on a set with MCs that you don't know and you do know, hearing their flows, hearing their vibe, hearing what they're saying, responding or bouncing off their energy, doing a set. That's where my heart is in the music. You know what I'm saying? With the new music we've got now with drill, it's online. Like what's happening, what's happening in the street, but then you see it online. They've got videos popping. Their videos, there's no point trying to match their man's videos.
Yeah,
What they're popping up
100%.
with. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're doing. They didn't come up on pirate radio. You know what I'm saying? Then before Grime, we had the garage lot, and their one was the rave. You know what I'm saying? So their heart and soul was rave. So you ain't looking off garage raves. That will look off garage. So raving was garage. You know what I'm saying? Then it went to radio for us. Now it's gone to online and street for drill, and it's gonna happen again for the next generation of music. And it's gonna happen again. It's gonna happen again. And what you need to remember is to not. Firstly, one, don't be scared, because people were scared of every single, it's so solid, gunshot in the rave, Wiley, how many times Wiley got stabbed, Dizzy Wild's going up, and now drill, you saw jail, Stop being scared, bruv. This is our society. This is society that we are birthing and we are incubating and keeping and trying to help thrive. You have to look at them, see what's going on, notice what's wrong, cool. Try and help them to get into life where they're in control of it monetarily and socially, and they're good now. And then it's going to happen again with the new youths. What's their genre going to be called? Cool, it's called this, and they're doing this now. Like, it's in the age of drones, and they're doing this thing where they're sending drones to man's yard. Or so I don't know what's going to happen next. You know what I'm saying? It's not knives and guns anymore. They're doing this thing. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, well, you can nurture them, try and help them, and bring them forward, man. Take them on tour, let them see the world.
I want to help. I genuinely want to help.
That, yeah, I think we just need to talk a bit more, get organised a bit more, because we are a crew, we are a group. But really, I'm happy. I'm happy with Jammer's latest song. I'm happy with Skepta's latest project. I'm happy with Wiley's latest project. Flipping, you know what I'm saying? I'm happy with everything popping off right now. Frisco's latest tune.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Shorty, and I also SBK as well, because that's what I listened to on the way here. Shorty is featuring SBK's new project as well. Happy with SBK, The Future, Yeezy, The Future. It's popping. So, yeah, I don't feel like I've got responsibility for anybody else's thing, but I just sit back, look at what's going on, and say, yeah, I like that. Let me help that. I like that. Let me help that. And boom, yeah, we keep it moving, bruv.
Well, I feel like you've kind of concluded it. I mean, we can say more, but I really like what you've done there. And I definitely agree with the Grime MC, and I want to see that grow. And I genuinely will tell you I want to help, because my interpretation of growing up doing, well, especially at XFM, was I didn't want to clash. I'll be honest with you, I didn't want. Bolt wanted to clash. He was on it.
Yeah.
Scribs wanted to clash.
It's an option. You can
I
clash.
didn't want to clash. I just wanted to have the sickest bar and everyone. I just wanted a reload.
Yeah.
Just so I could feel good about life and then go back home and watch my parents argue. I just wanted to have a reload.
Get your ideas out, bro. We're all creative people. You know what I'm saying? We've all got, Skepta said this as well, we've all got pain. That's where it all comes from. We've all got a bit of pain, like a bit of a grudge we're holding against the whole of society for being put where we're put and being dealt the cards we've been dealt. But we're musical and we want to get it out in the music. So yeah, get your ideas out in the music as best you can. And yeah, man, talk a bit more, man. Talk a bit more. Talk to each other a bit more and get your ideas out, bruv. And let's get this shit popping.
Might as well end, innit?
Yeah, man.
Pain. Oh, I like about Pain.
Yeah, big up Skeppy. I need to speak to him because I had a chorus idea and I thought I can't just say this. I need to let him know and maybe he'll jump on the tune.
Is it a bit of Pain as well?
Yeah,
Throw a
man.
bit of Pain on there. Do you remember, black people, we were in the back of some cornfield getting a tan against our will, and then we made music to communicate so the slave owners didn't hear. So music kind of derived from pain in that sense. So fuck it, let's just keep doing it anyway.
Music is our outlet, man. Music is our outlet for our pain, and yeah. Get creative, man. Get creative. Get it out there and talk a bit more to the man them. Yeah.
That's it. Well, we're going to talk more to the man them. I'm actually going to talk less because I got a girlfriend and I'm bare gassed. Yeah. So I'm going to leave you now. You can stay here with these neon lights that are lit.
Bless up, man.
Thank you. It's the One Pole Show. You have to like, you have
to
share.
You didn't even say that once. Hey, it's the One Pole Show. Like it's the One Pole Show. You get me? One Pole.
Oh, I should show you some of the designs we're going to make. Look, everyone, you have to like, you have to share, you have to subscribe. If you don't, on some Remtrex thing, suck your mum. I love you all. Take care. God bless.
Bless up.